Welcome back to the CCS Season 5 Championships presented by the Collegiate Conference Series. The tournament continues in Round 1, the round of 64, and back with Tronus. Number 3, Cincinnati from the Big 12, takes on number 14 of UMBC, America East Tournament champions for the first time in their career.
Yeah, it's our first time seeing UMBC in this tournament, and they got a tough pull. They got the Big 12 conference champions round 1. That is no small feat in Cincinnati with the addition of Zell. I mean, this team has looked absolutely dangerous.
That they have, and I think Zell is out tonight as well for the
Yeah.
Bearcats. So if that is the truth, which I think we've been told a couple days ago, that Zell is likely not going to be here on Wednesday to compete in this first round game. The Bearcats don't necessarily need him to be available, but having him available is always a good sign for Cincinnati. But the Big 12 trying to add a second team into the round of 32 as Arizona State punched their tickets last night. They'll play Missouri on next Friday. Now Cincy trying to become number 2 out of the Big 12 to advance.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's expecting them to. I know a lot of people. I don't know. I mean, we're going to have to try and find the numbers of UMBC and how many people picked them. I mean, I don't think a lot of people did. Obviously, Cincinnati, being a 3 seed, I think they could have been a 2 seed. Wait, Zell's in the Lobby Nation.
Okay, so I guess he's available then. I was told by Mystic that Zell would not be here, it looked like.
Well, that's going to make things even tougher for UMBC. But yeah, Cincinnati, they are a 3 seed. I think they could have been up as a 2 seed if they didn't have those regular season losses. That definitely would have bumped them up a little bit more. But, when it came to the conference tournament, I will say they did have a little bit of an easier road than expected. Obviously, went against Houston round 1, then went up against West Virginia, and then Iowa State had themselves a very tough tournament championship performance in Cincinnati. I mean, they only dropped 1 game through the conference tournament, which for the Big 12 seems crazy.
Right, and that was to West Virginia, wasn't it?
No, it was to Houston round 1. They swept West Virginia, swept Iowa State.
I guess I don't know why
they went 8.
Mountaineers got a game.
I love the respect in West Virginia, though.
I just figured they would have swept Houston, but it looks like AK was changing their name really fast. We're almost about to get underway, though. Cincinnati trying to join Arizona State out of the Big 12 to advance to the round of 32 tonight. Tomorrow, we'll see Iowa State in action. So we'll see if they can become number 3 out of the Big 12 to advance. But we'll have to wait and see. The Big 12 had 7 teams in this tournament. One's already been crashed out of the field, and one has moved on. So we'll see how the rest of the other 5 end up doing.
Yeah, winner of this one will take on the winner of Illinois and Louisville. We'll be interested to see that one. Illinois, they are the strong favorites there, but Louisville, they've done some great work in the ACC. They've been able to take down some of the top teams now, and then obviously, taking out Virginia Tech's undefeated record in the ACC this season, winning themselves a spot, getting the 11th seed. They're going to be hard matched against Illinois, and honestly, I'd be very excited to see Cincy versus Illinois in round 2.
Don't lie, the players ready though. Game 1, and down the field we go. Cincinnati, UMBC in the round of 64.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one for sure. Cincinnati, again, the heavy favorites to win this one. But I'm interested to seeing what UMBC has. I mean, I've already mentioned it to you, Nation, a couple times. This is my first time being able to see the Golden Retrievers, and I think and I've said it on stream a couple times, I'm really excited to have this team in the tournament, not only because it's their first time, but also Golden Retrievers. Come on now.
Well, NJIT out of the America East last season made the tournament, gave Georgia State a little scare in round 1. We'll see if NJIT can give Cincinnati a scare. UMBC can give Cincinnati a scare here in round 1. But NJIT a little bit upset they didn't end up winning the America East tournament because they wanted to play in the tournament again. But we'll see them back this summer for chance number 2 to dance for NJIT.
Yeah, we will have to see. I mean, that UMBC NJIT rivalry is pretty insane over in that conference, and they always seem to split. And obviously last season NJIT were the conference champions. This time around it was UMBC. We'll see if that kind of flips in CCS season 6, but you never know.
Yeah, 1 minute already gone off the clock here. Mystic the side couldn't find the infield connection there though. The Cincinnati again heavy favorites. I think this is gonna be a sweep, I think, but we'll see if UMBC can put up a fight.
Yeah, I know in my predictions I had UMBC getting a game, and I just like Golden Retrievers, Nation. I can't. I can't. That's kind of my reasoning. That's about all I got.
That's valid. But on the grand scheme of things, though, I think this is going to be a sweep. But I don't know if anyone in the bracket challenge picked this upset, but there were 0 brackets picked UMBC. So there you go.
So this would destroy all the eliminating perfect brackets, which would be pretty insane to see. Unfortunately, it's unlikely to happen. But UMBC, they could go nuts.
Well, there was 20 brackets that were perfect heading into tonight. I know Jesse says busted, so we're at least at maximum 19 remaining perfect here in this game, but I'm not quite sure the total number. I just know a maximum 19 brackets are perfect at this very moment.
Yeah, I know that Jesse said that 6 picked Bowling Green, so I'm thinking that a couple
2 to 3 more, he said.
Okay, so there's still quite a few left, but almost half the field is out.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's 37 brackets submitted, and it looks like
so
17 or 18 are left.
Yeah, so just about half.
Yep, we're 17, 18 left out of 37, so just south of half the field left.
I mean, we'll see if that changes more tonight. It very well could. I mean, we talked about how, again, we're still seeing some higher seeds versus lower seeds, but the lower seeds have a lot of potential, and obviously we saw it even more last night. Now Balin has a chance, and it's UMBC on the board first, Nation.
The Retrievers on the board, number 14. We saw it yesterday, though, Jordan. It's a lot of high seeds, game one, and then we're directly swept right after. So we'll see if that continues here.
Hey, that would look good in my bracket. That's all I'm saying.
Well, my bracket,
I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. I get the series score bonus, but that being said, I'm not expecting Cincy to go down without any sort of a fight here. They're going to be looking to bring this back immediately. Mystic out to Sai, shot on Balin, low boost, still picks up the save. Zell off the side while looking to follow up. Mystic waiting down low, the resets there via Coffee, another big block out front. Wolfie will snap it away, but Sai waiting patiently at the midfield, trying to get Cincy back on offense.
Yeah, UMBC has had a good start offensively. Again, you're putting a lot of pressure on the Bearcat defense, and I think they're still trying to break through that until Mystic haven't quite gotten started yet. And again, there's high expectations for this season for the Bearcats, and they realize that they've got a 3 seed, they got a favorable bracket here, but how far can the Bearcats go?
We'll have to see Zell eyeing down this shot off the backboard. Via Coffee picks up another save. Via Coffee Nation has 7 saves already in this game.
You got to have a lot of saves. They're going to pull off an upset. Your defense has to be at a little bit of a higher notch in an upset series where UMBC is heavy underdogs coming into this tournament. Again, like Jesse said, if UMBC pull this out, every single bracket busts.
No, yeah, I mean, this is already a great looking performance. I don't know if we're going to be able to see UMBC keep up this pace, considering currently Cincinnati are sitting at 10 shots as a team. UMBC are sitting at 2. And we have seen 10 saves from the Retrievers. They have held out versus every single Cincinnati shot, and that's no small feat for the Bearcats.
Not at all. I mean, 15 seconds left. UMBC have played a flawless game one so far, but maybe one more chance for Mystic. A big save for Coffee. That's one more save for the Retriever defense.
Another look here. Sai goes right by. Demo comes through. Balin being chased down by Zell. Nothing left on the clock. It goes middle. Via Coffee clears it away. It's down. And the Golden Retrievers take game one.
UMBC get the start they needed, Jonas. 1-0. The final in a 1-0 advantage. Only 3 shots for the Retrievers got it done.
Via Coffee, 8 saves, hero ball defense. I mean, you gotta acknowledge that if you're Cincinnati. I mean, that is a huge defensive performance. 11 saves total out of the Golden Retrievers. They saved every single shot that came their way.
8 saves is insane in a tournament game too. Playing as an underdog, Cincinnati is one of the best offenses in the country, Jonas, and they just held a perfect 11 save performance for UMBC.
Well, the big question now is, can they do it again? You know, that's obviously an extremely great performance on defense, but it's not too viable in the long run. You know, forcing that pressure over and over again, you think that a team is eventually going to be able to collapse. And here's a wide open look. And as we say it, Cincinnati will break through for the first time. And it feels good 15 seconds in.
Gotta feel great for Cincinnati. Their first tournament goal this season. And they got shut out last game. It took them 5 minutes and 15 seconds to finally break through. There's your first advantage here in game 2.
And see, this is where, again, it becomes difficult for UMBC, because we saw how solid their defense was. Zell, that's a great flip reset dunk, but Wolfie snaps it away off the save, and we'll see UMBC hold again. But again, now we have to see the Golden Retrievers really get on the offensive side, something we didn't see a lot out of them in game 1.
And still a lot of clock to go, but you know, UMBC's defense was the story of game 1. We'll see if they can put up a similar performance here, but Cincinnati's offense, they had tons of shots. I mean, it took 11 saves to keep them off the scoring sheet, so it's not like Cincinnati's offense just didn't have a great game. There's a rebound attack, it's no good. There's a next man, there he is, 1-1.
And UMBC right back in, and ultimately just seeing the awkwardness here. Sai, not the best touch, and then you can see him miss the quick jump up. Wanted that speed aerial up and just could not get there in time. Wolfie there to punish.
UMBC, the University of Maryland and Baltimore County, the Virginia Killers in March Madness thrown it, and they're putting up a strong performance early on here in the CCS championships.
Yeah, I mean, I told you I was excited to watch this team. Now I'm even more excited seeing them go toe-to-toe with Cincinnati to start off this series. I'm just hoping they can keep it as a viable strat. Double demo, though, and Sai will sneak it in time, and there's just no one left.
Yep, and his life was traded quickly after for that goal, but he'll take that any day of the week. He'll take that trade.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just good lead blocking from the Bearcats and get themselves the lead right back in hand, and they are going to make UMBC work for this win.
You have to as a high seed. Side double, no good. But a big drop down there, unable to connect now in transition. Wolfie, snapshot, no good. Little wide left as the UMBC Retriever offense almost got a great look there.
Yeah, it could have been a solid counter. Unfortunately, did rush it just slightly. Now Sai a little bit awkward here. Wolfie's gonna have another shot. Mystic finds the early save, but Zell jumped as well. The defense a little bit jumpy here for Cincy.
It's not concerning yet though, but the defense is not kind of what we've expecting it to be. I mean, they opened up the Big 12 championship game playing through their defense, but tonight in the tournament, it's a completely different look here for Cincinnati. It's not concerning yet, but it could get to that point.
Yeah, very well could. And looking to get that offense going again. Find something. Sai is going to punish this mistake. It was the big miss up high, and there's nothing you can really do here. Wolfie tried to find the read, ends up going right by, and Sai just there in time. And it looks like we also saw Balin kind of flip the wrong way down low.
Yeah, UMBC's defense, it's falling apart a little bit here in game 2, but their offense still trying to keep this game within range for as long as they can. 2:44 to go, more than half the game left to find 2 goals.
Yeah, and Sai finds a very quiet hat trick as well. That shot was a hat trick for Sai, but it doesn't really feel like it, as we've just seen a couple mistakes on the defensive side, and honestly just a lot of solid pressure from Cincinnati to break down that defense here and there, and Sai's just been the right player in the right spot.
Cincinnati's hitting really physical as well. A couple demos the last minute or two to open up offense opportunities and midfield presence as well for the Bearcats to try now to be the second Big 12 team. Now one-on-one is saved for Sai, and the Bearcats defense will hold the line.
And it's always good to see the defense still showing up well for Cincy. And, you know, obviously they're coming off I would say an awkward Big 12 conference tournament title, as, you know, that matchup with Iowa State was... I still am running out of words to describe it. As Sai, he's going to pick up a fourth on more pressure from Zell. UMBC just can't hold the Bearcats back.
Zell bumping off Coffee there and couldn't make the save for Coffee. Now you're down 3:46 to go. The Bearcats a 3-0 run.
And we'll see if they can continue it. And UMBC I mean, we've just seen their offense get a little bit slower, and obviously Cincinnati starting to figure out things on the offensive side more after getting locked out. But that's a great pass out to Coffee from Wolfie, and the Retrievers find a second.
Well, minute 32. Now it's back within striking distance, Jonas. 92 seconds is more than enough time for 2 goals.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Wolfie, the demo there, then passes it back out to Coffee through the smoke. Mystic didn't know how to reach it. And now maybe another look here. Wolfie just looking for that late 50. Sai will cut off Coffee's follow-up. Mystic booming, cleared downfield. Sai is on it. Balin will pick up another big save. Coffee just rips it downfield. Zell more than happy to take this one all the way back. Flicks it across over to Sai, and the counter's on.
They'll double, no good. Rebound for Sai, also unable to go. Mystic now in control, baits out one. Balin with nothing in the tank to work with, starts the counter. But the Retrievers, he's killed for his effort. A minute to go.
And we need to see UMBC really start to heat things up offensively. We need to see them, get a little bit more efficient in that red side, as obviously being down 2 goals with 45 seconds left to go, you need to rush things a little bit.
Yeah, that wall clear a couple seconds ago could have been goal number 3. They had Cincinnati's defense caught out guard, but 38 to play. The Bearcats trying to hold off a couple more looks.
Wolfie snaps it off the corner, but that'll just give it freely to Mystic, who booms away downfield. Coffee trying to work through the corner. Balin over to Wolfie. Could be another big counterattack, but again, the booming clear coming out. Similar to what we saw a little bit from Bowling Green last series. UMBC just kind of booming it away a little bit more than they have to.
Balin couldn't get back to that one in time. All 3 gonna put that ball high. Maybe one more look here. Balin fires. No good. Rebound not going to get there in time. That'll do it for game 2. The Bearcats tie us at 1.
Yeah, it was a great turnaround pass attempt from Coffee. Unfortunately, Balin, that's such a tough shot to get a lot of power behind, and it will be Cincy picking up their first game of the tournament. Now looking to keep up that pace. You can see again, Sai just being in that right place at the right time. 4 goals, also picking up the majority of the saves. Zell did well, creating a lot of pressure, creating a lot of space, and really making UMBC be awkward on defense.
Yeah, 2 shot difference there potentially created the 2 goal difference for the Bearcats. We'll see if UMBC can continue to keep up with the offensive pace of Cincinnati, which they've done so far, which is a good sign.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I think this is already a lot closer than people anticipated. Obviously, I don't think a lot of people had UMBC getting a game, and seeing them, get the first game and then, keep it to a pretty solid 2-goal difference in game number 2, I think showing what this team is capable of.
Absolutely agree. I think for me, I had a sweep, so I didn't expect UMBC to come close to winning. I thought this would be a likely blowout, but UMBC have extended this series at least beyond into game 5, but we'll see if they can get us to game 6 here with a win.
Yeah, it would be huge for them to at least pick up that next one and, again, show that game 1 wasn't a fluke. And I don't think it was by any means necessary. That defense looked huge, and obviously we still saw them keeping it close, putting up goals over Cincinnati last game. They just got to keep up that press.
The biggest question is defense for UMBC. I think if they can keep Cincinnati's offense at bay or just neutralize a little bit, I think there might be a chance for their offense to really win this series.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some good looks. I mean, obviously their defense has looked great in that first game, and if it's able to keep up that pace, it's going to be extremely difficult for Cincinnati to get through. But also need to, of course, see that offense being able to take advantage of more opportunities. We, saw last game they had a couple cleaner chances, that maybe not to score immediately, but at least to develop a stronger attack, and they kind of just rushed it a little bit, and that created a couple weaker opportunities.
Minute 30 gone so far. Sell couldn't get their Coffee left alone. Will make the save. The Retrievers, though, still trying to get out of their own zone here, but couldn't break the press. And you mentioned having to beat the press here in game 3. They haven't quite done it yet.
Yeah, they're just getting pushed back quite a bit as of right now. Again, need to try and control things out. Wolfie's got no boost. Neither does their teammates. Balin misses here. Mystic will leave it for Sai quickly off the corner. Coffee will send it far side, but Zell already on another big demo from side. The defense still looking to hold. Zell picks up another side. Double middle to Mystic. Balin's on it. The dunk off the post and away. Wolfie rushes the touch. Sai misses wide, and the Golden Retriever still hanging in there.
The defense thanked their lucky stars since he didn't put one away there. 2:40 to play. We play on with a level score of 0-0. Jonas, and UMBC finally get their defensive break.
Yeah, but not for much longer. As immediately back onto the offensive side go the Bearcats. Zell couldn't quite put that read on target. Coffee, good first touch over Mystic, trying to get it past Sai as well, playing for the 50. It will go right back towards the corner. Wolfie ends it up high. Balin gonna be next in rotation for UMBC, is able to slow down Zell, but who immediately turns to look for Coffee, booming it right back towards that backboard. Mystic will play it away nicely, and it has really been a dogfight here in game 3.
It has another close game of defense for UMBC. Has done well. This is kind of the game where, okay, maybe you could find a way to win it for UMBC here with one goal.
Yeah, there's definitely a chance that we could see something very similar to game number 1. They just find that one breakthrough goal, and then they just rely on their defense to hold. But you know, you got to be able to score. You got to score to win. It's as simple as that.
Now get a score too. 137 as Sai gonna put the first away for the Bearcats as Cincinnati get their first goal of game 3.
Yeah, that timing really was beautiful, wasn't it? A low boost, a nice carry from Sai, perfectly top left to get Cincy on the board. Now UMBC are gonna have to work a little bit harder.
Well, yeah, at least need one in the next minute 30. Flip reset, gets back to it for Coffee. It's good.
You know, not the cleanest execution, but you cannot fault its effectiveness. Look at this, slotted perfectly bottom right behind the defenders, and the Golden Retrievers right back in it.
1-1, 90 seconds left. Now one more goal could do it for the Retrievers.
They just got to keep up that pressure now. They got the first. We'll see if they can earn themselves a second. Balin, quick shot on Zellen, net. Happily able to take that one away now in a 1v1. Has the air dribble, looking to take it top left, and it's an own goal from Coffee. That was off the post.
I'm not sure that was, you know, he just didn't jump in time. He was cooked.
I think that was out.
It was close. Minute 16 though, the defender there didn't jump in time to make a challenge, and I think he was just no man's land.
Yeah, it was really tough to get anything going in that scenario, and obviously in a 1v1 versus Zell with complete possession, who goes from the ground to air dribble, it's not going to be easy to stop any sort of play there. But now UMBC are going to need another inside this final minute to at least try and take it to overtime. Mystic trying to force it to end right here, and again Zell gonna have some possession, wants the sidewall double, no good. Mystic falls in, but Wolfie will boom it away, trying to put pressure back on the defense.
Touch there, back in front, one-on-one for Balin. Has help from Coffee, didn't commit to the shot though. Balin trying to keep this one in, will do just that. UMBC trying to break through. Wolfie gonna go high, it's broken away by Zell. The Bearcat defense still perfect.
You know, obviously we talk a lot about the Cincinnati offense, but their defense has really been another bright part of their game, and they're able to shut down a lot of teams. And you know, they use that offense early, they get on the board, and then they're able to utilize that defense and just hold on from there. And now just need 10 more seconds, and they'll have themselves a lead in this series.
Balin, one-on-one, has a pass taking wide as Zell. Way wide there, way high on that pass to cross it to the field to a teammate, and Cincinnati will wrap it up in game 3.
Yeah, another solid matchup. I mean, again, a one goal game. UMBC are keeping this thing very, very close, but it's just those couple missed opportunities. Cincinnati being able to rely on that defense, and ultimately close at that, but UMBC now down. They can't let Cincinnati get 3 in a row.
Yeah, this is a must-win game if you're UMBC. You've got to level the series here if you want to have a chance of an upset, but we'll see what the Bearcats do to attack game 4, Jonas. But if you're UMBC, you know, what do you do here down 2-1?
I mean,
Besides win.
Think it's besides win. Yeah, we're looking at you, Jesse. I think it's, again, similar to what we said for Bowling Green last game. I think it's keeping a little bit more control of possession through the midfield. Again, we've seen them boom it away a couple times throughout, and obviously that defense is going to lock things down, and you can't concede in 4 seconds. That's another big one.
Yeah, I think for me, what I've seen, I think is UMBC is going to attack out of transition here and catch Cincinnati on an overhit on offense, and you get a good save out to a teammate, and play the numbers game down the other way and hope you get a good look. But 4 seconds off the clock. The Bearcats a heck of a start early on, 1-0.
Yeah, I think we need to see that defense from UMBC not hesitate as much as Mystic with a mind game. Adds on another here, far side. Nice touch upfield. Zell gets it over to Mystic, who that slight delay sends Balin flying on by 12 seconds. And Cincinnati, they want this fourth game.
Yeah, this would be number 3. There's 4:48 to go. I think it might be all falling apart already there for UMBC.
I mean, there's still time to stabilize. Obviously, still very early into the game, but they will need to stabilize. Otherwise, it's just going to be the Cincinnati show. I couldn't tell you. It was Sai over to Zell.
He wasn't even boosting. It killed him.
Was it a pre-flip?
No, he was just driving and ran into him and killed him.
Well, need a stronger car then.
Guess so.
But still lots of time left. Only 45 seconds gone, and Mystic looking for another demo. He's gonna find himself a hat trick. No, he misses the open net. Won't get the hattie just yet. It'll be a pass over to Sai.
Only 3-0 advantage. 51 seconds in, and the Bearcats lead by 3.
Yeah, and you can tell they're getting more and more comfortable. Yeah, I don't want to hear excuses, Mystic. Either way, minute gone, and Cincinnati are in a great spot.
UMBC need 3. And the last 4 minutes of this one is Sai putting it back. Wolfie fires. Zell off the save. He's bumped off, but he has no help as Coffee really late to the challenge. Sai over the third. This might be yet another open net for Cincinnati.
Yeah, Sai couldn't quite keep up the pace through the corner. It does allow the Golden Retrievers to get back for a moment. Mystic trying to set this one down. Balin will boom before you can see Sai and Zell actually playing pretty far back, and now Zell hitting it towards his own backboard, and Balin says thank you very much. UMBC got 1.
And a quick chat fire back there for Balin. 3:31 to go, and Balin finds a goal 1 for the Retrievers.
Yeah, and again, they're going to be happy to take anything they can get at this point. Obviously, dropping back-to-back games, going down 3-0 early in game number 4. There's obviously still chances for them to get back into it, but they know it's going to get even tougher. They're seeing how much Cincinnati is really rising to the occasion.
Now, we know Zell has gotten tilted in a couple of these games before that. His ultimate led to the Cincinnati downfall. Now they've started some chirp with Zell. Is that going to benefit UMBC's chances?
I don't think so. Because it's not just Zell. You got Sai, you got Mystic, and now Sai will pick up another one here. Look at that reset and just able to put it over the head of Coffee, and Cincy up 4-1. And UMBC, it's tough to fight back at this point.
And now it's back down to 3. Just 2 minutes though off the clock. 1 minute per goal for the Golden Retrievers. Zell trying to make it goal number 5. Couldn't put that one away. And now the Retrievers trying to extend downfield.
Yeah, Wolfie getting bumped out there for a moment. Solid shot on to Mystic. Will pick up the save still. Hops it up, trying to get over Balin. Does exactly that. Out to Zell. Reset. Can't get back up to it. Coffee. Find a couple touches out. Carries it through the midfield line. Team bump there between Zell and Mystic as... Yeah, the Bearcats, I mean, you're up 4-1 early in this one. You got yourselves the lead in the series. You can tell they're having their fun, but they're still looking as deadly as ever. Sai's got a hat trick.
2:32, and it's out to a 4-goal lead. Sai picking up the hat trick in game 4. Thinking now it's going to have to look ahead to game 5 if you're doing PC.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this one has gotten away from them a little bit too quickly, and Cincinnati have obviously done a great job taking advantage. Sai doubles this one, not for Mystic. He wanted the shot himself, wasn't expecting the double. Coffee looking for a dribble play here. Far side, it was off target. Zell makes sure of it, and it'll fall center side, just again taking it throughout the midfield. But here's a good pass across to Balin, can't get around it, and Cincinnati, I mean, we're really seeing this offense come to life even further. And, this is a team who wants to make themselves a run. They want to take down, maybe the 2 seed eventually of Ball State. Next week, they're also going to most likely take on Illinois in round 2. And that could get dicey too.
Yeah, there's been a couple brackets that have picked Cincinnati over Ball State. So we'll see, how far this Cincinnati team can play in this tournament. But again, it all starts in round 1. They still have yet to fully get through this UMBC series yet, but again, it's looking all that way.
Yeah, I mean, this is a extremely solid performance, and obviously I think this game's all wrapped up and over, but UMBC, they're gonna have to do a lot going into game number 5 to try and turn things around and again try and shut down this offensive side. He's gonna pick up a 4th.
A minute 17 to go, and UMBC, I think, they've thrown the white flag in here in game 4.
Yeah, ultimately we've just seen this offense elevated to new heights. I mean, again, we're seeing them outshoot UMBC 11-3 right now, and not only having that huge shot differential, but going 6 for 11 is pretty huge in this case. And Mystic gonna make it another 7 for 12. Go the Bearcats. Stamp your passports. We're heading to South America.
And now Mystic has a hat trick here. Minute 10 to go, as 2 Bearcat players have more of a 3-goal hat trick.
Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing more that needs to be said about this matchup. We are seeing the defense from UMBC collapsing.
Oh,
you can tell they kind of know this game is over. The freestyle attempt, Zell,
almost got it.
and they all tried to reach it. No one able to put it on target. Balin might be able to take away the Brazil cuts the middle, but it's saved by Zell.
Yeah, they almost got the connection down. Are they gonna try to get here? No, okay, they're not all in the air that time. But they're having fun now. This is what we expected out of Cincinnati tonight.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think game 1 was a bit of a surprise, but Cincinnati have obviously dialed it right back in. Coffee, musty flick attempt will be shut down by Mystic. Balin fires wide, and yeah, this does just seem to be the victory lap here in game number 4 for Cincinnati. They're going to head into game 5 and obviously look to shut it down then and there.
How far do you think Cincinnati can go?
Well, I think they can pretty cleanly.
What will be the ceiling?
Ceiling, I would bet the quarterfinals, the national quarterfinals. I could see them getting there. I could see them taking it over Ball State. I think they'll get through Illinois or Louisville pretty confidently. I have them, going toe-to-toe with Ball State. That one could get interesting. I have that going to a game 7 no matter what. But them versus Akron, that'll be a tough hill to climb.
That's no bracket had them further than Ball State. So again, the Elite 8 is where the furthest people have Cincinnati going. We'll see if that is going to be the case or not. But Cincinnati Akron, I think that's about where I would stop their ceiling at as the regional final.
Yeah, I mean, if they're able to keep up this insane level of offense, they could get through Ball State. That'll be a really fun match to watch if it does indeed happen. We'll have to keep that one obviously on the horizon for later on. But that being said, I mean, again, they look really threatening here. They are going toe-to-toe with UMBC. They did drop a game, but again, we're seeing the full offense unleashed last game, and that's the Cincy that a lot of people are expecting to be a top 8 finish, and what a finish here from Sai. Somehow able to put that win in off the off-post side.
Don just connects for the triple touch there, just 6 seconds in. Put the Bearcats up by 1 with 6 seconds off the clock.
I mean, that's one way to open up the 5th game here. This series that was incredible. Now Zell off the ceiling looking for Sai. It was just a little bit too low, couldn't maintain that height, and UMBC, they're going to be looking to take advantage with Cincinnati freestyling a little bit. Wolfie can't put it on target. Zell pops it up. It's a wide open net. Mystic, he wants the double instead, and he's not going to get there.
UMBC, though, maybe could catch out a defender here. No, never mind. They're still playing defense for the meantime, and Cincinnati just will not let them breathe.
Yeah, I think it's less about offense and defense, more them just trying to keep control of the ball, but Balin will break through, so UMBC showing that they're still here and you can have your fun, but we're still going to put shot attempts on, and they tie it up.
Mystic was sitting on the ceiling back there, by the way. All that was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect nothing less.
Well, UMBC get their first goal in what feels like an eternity of this series. Now 1-1, trying to make it 2 here. Wolfie has some help. The rebound is good. The UMBC Retrievers lead.
Yeah, and again, just taking advantage here. You can see Coffee did well going for the bump and that big double command that left. No one really left back, and Sai couldn't get back in time. So UMBC take out themselves a lead inside the first minute, but Cincinnati, I'm confident they're going to be able to try and answer back really fast in this one.
First 60 seconds off the clock. Balin try and set up the offense of UMBC again to strike a third time. Zell quick reset, going to find Mystic in transition. Coffee will clean that one up for now. 3:50 to go as the Bearcats trying now to score to equalize.
Wolfie looking far side. Mystic will be the first one on it to boom it away. Zell blocked by Balin well. Now Mystic will just flick this one up towards the ceiling. Coffee will be the first one on it. Good first touch, not a lot of boost to continue. Just looking to play maybe a late 50. Can't reach it. Mystic dunking Wolfie out back up high into the midfield side. Looking upfield for Zeller. Mystic is there. Shot is good. We're tied up at 2s.
3:23 to go in Cincinnati. It just felt like another one was coming here eventually. And again, I don't see a road this goes to game 6 realistically for UMBC to come back. In Cincinnati's offense, if they have to score again, I'm sure they'll find a way.
Yeah, it is tough to see them overcoming this one, especially with how confident Cincinnati are looking as of this point. But you never know. We could just see it stay tied for a while, and then maybe a late goal in regulation for UMBC could happen as Zell trying to work his way to Mystic. Didn't have enough height to really deliver it to him. Now Zell will just take this one all the way off his own backboard. Wolfie pre-jumping, shutting it down out to the midfield, but Cincinnati still on it. Balin snaps it back into the offensive side. Sai gets one touch out. Is there anyone there for a shot for UMBC? No.
Mystic save towards the corner, going to set up Wolfie back for Coffee there. Just off the mark and no good. As now Cincinnati's offense trying to set up shop to close this series down and end the season of UMBC.
And they're on a solid pace again. This one's still tied up. Could still see that late goal from the Retrievers, but it's not going to be easy here. Mystic finds his way through to Coffee off the sidewall. Might be looking for a shot to jump as Zell and Sai stayed low, but still able to find the save. Wolfie trying just to defend here. Well, this one pinched middle. Coffee rips it all the way back downfield. Not on target, but still looking to build up that offense again.
2 minutes to go. Here in game number 5, Cincinnati just trying to score and get through this round and head on to play Illinois or Louisville. As Mystic now in transition. Novasi will not sail through. Balin will find Wolfie. The Retrievers, minute 50 to work with. Need to score.
Sai is bumped. Balin shot left side. Mystic had to make the save after he got through both Sai and Zell. Clear up field. Wolfie got a nice touch there. Zell going to have a little bit of time and space. Not the first touch he wanted. Challenged well by Coffee, but Sai is back in time and out. A huge flick out for Mystic. The net is wide open. Can the Bearcats jump on it? No, it's saved in time by Coffee.
Double attempt for Sai, though the drop down also able to sail through. UMBC hold the line there for now. Minute 15 to go, and the Retrievers still fighting in game 5.
They are indeed seeing that defense look to have that step up, keeping the pressure well, and you can see them trying to get up and challenge Cincinnati early, which is a great thing to do if you're any low seed. Try and really get up in the faces of those favorite teams. Now Sai one touch. Wolfie fakes the cut, now looking to go towards it. We'll put this one high. Mystic looking to carry it back out. Needs to be wary of that bump is Sai. Not gonna have a double there. Zell is on it into the ceiling, doubles it down towards Mystic. Shot is good, and Cincinnati will claim the lead with 43 seconds left.
43 seconds to go, and Zell finds the assist down to Mystic. I think that could do it here for us here in round 1 for Cincinnati.
Yeah, very well could. I mean, that is just a beautiful drop down double from Zell off the ceiling. Not much else you can do now. Fake kickoff from the Bearcats over to Sai in the corner, who's bumped up back by Coffee. Mystic takes flight. Zell is up as well. Not going to get there in time, but will just steal that boost away. Coffee one touch. Sai will lob it up as well. UMBC running out of time, running out of chances.
23 seconds to go. The Bearcats now just have to hold the line. There's a second. There's a cushion.
Yeah, and again, they just wanted another one of these drop-down passing plays. Mystic gets it up over to Zell, and then Sai is downstairs lurking to put that one away. Picks up his second. of game number 5, and it looks like that might just be it. UMBC, they need a favorable kickoff here, and this one going to go right into the hands of Cincinnati.
15 seconds to go, and they're going to ride out the victory lap. Jonas is Cincinnati going to move on to the round of 32 to play Illinois or Louisville.
It was good to see UMBC in the tournament. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing them for longer, but getting here the first time is always step number 1. Get that little bit of experience under the belt. And Cincinnati, as predicted, will move on very cleanly through the Golden Retrievers. We'll see how they do in round 2.
That we will. The Bearcats will dance on to the round of 32, Jonas. We'll see them next Friday, April 25th against Illinois or Louisville.
Yeah, that'll be another fun one to see for sure. I mean, I'm excited to hopefully I would expect it to be Illinois through that as the 6th seed going toe to toe with Cincinnati, and that could get pretty good. I still think Cincinnati are the heavy favorites even in that one, but could be kept a little bit closer.
We'll wait and see what happens next Friday in the round of 32. And moving along to the next game, FIU, the 5 seed out of the East region, takes on number 12 Clemson. We'll see you guys after the break.